We are talking about the abundance and wealth mindset today. If you're a person that says, oh my God, I can't afford that. Oh, I'm so broke right now. Yeah, I don't know. I got to pay my bills. If you're a person that has this type of mindset, you probably most definitely live in a state of poverty, in a poverty mindset, state of victimhood, victim mindset. How we doing, fam? I'm here for it. So if you're one of those people that live in a state of victimhood when it comes to finances or just even life in general, you live in a victim mindset and you'll never be able to have the things that you want if you live in that state of being. We're gonna we're gonna read from Catherine Ponder today. My sister's been reading that book and it's just, I guess, been in my consciousness. So last night I was watching a video on Instagram and it was talking about Catherine Ponder. You don't really hear about Catherine Ponder that much. The book that we're reading from today is Open Your Mind to Receive. Notice it says open your mind to receive. That's in everything and all things. So Catherine Ponder has this quote. And then I opened the book and the quote is actually in there. So I was pretty excited about that. What's up, Ben? This quote, okay, before I even get into the quotes, I don't know if other people feel the energy that is shifting and changing so fast on planet Earth right now. Plain Earth, whatever you want to call it. But you can feel that something is shifting tremendously. And for me, it feels like there is going to be some kind of gold rush. Now, many people that have been through, whether it was the Great Depression or having your business closed in 2020 or things like that, there's a lot of people that lost everything during these times of wealth and poverty at the same time. But what makes the difference between someone that was flourishing during these times and someone that lost everything? It is your ability to absorb the information that you're told and feel it real. That is what manifestation is feeling something real. Like when you daydream or you're thinking about how you're going to tell somebody off or whatever, or this person's going to start a fight with you, and surely enough, you get in a fight with this person. Because why? You manifested it through your energy. Our energy has a frequency attached to it, and that frequency just is reflected back to us. The world, the outside world that I'm looking at right now is a reflection of my inside world. Alan Watts, I wish I wrote down this friggin' quote yesterday, but Alan Watts said something along the lines of basically what you receive out there, what you put out of here is what you receive out there. The things can't happen in the outside world, outside of your mind, if your vibration didn't attract that. So if your vibration is attracting what's happening on the inside here, what the hell are you thinking all the time? What is emanating from you? It's not even what you're consciously thinking, you're unconsciously thinking that. And the unconscious energy is what attracts what comes to you. Maybe your entire life, you heard your family, your parents fighting about money. We can't afford that now. It's too expensive. We have all these bills to pay. How are we going to pay these bills? We have to pay for the kids' tuition. Who grew up with a family caretakers that you heard them talking about money all the time? What do you think? Money grows on trees? That was a big one. Yeah, actually, in my mind, it does. Money grows on friggin' trees. Absolutely, it does. I could look at a tree with a million leaves and think, well, there's really not much abundance in the world. Or I could look at the tree and think, wow, look at all the abundance there is everywhere. There is an abundance of things everywhere you look. The same person could be looking at the same picture and say, oh, that's the ugliest painting I've ever seen. And someone else could say, wow, look at all the colors and the brush strokes that they use. That's incredible. It's all our perception of things. So if your perception of life is money is so hard to make, I work so hard. I work so hard to put food on the table. You're manifesting every moment. Whether you understand manifestation or not, everything comes to us through the energy that we're constantly pulsing out. Jacqueline says that was my family. Our money doesn't grow on trees. You better save your money. What are you doing with all your money? You're spending all your friggin' money. What are you doing with all your money? That is a poverty mindset. And it's passed down from generations. It comes from somewhere. Our subconscious programming was taught to us. You're taught to stay alive, you're going to get in trouble. You better pray to God for forgiveness or you're going to hell. All these things are programs. So what I'm talking about is this shift of energy in this world. Is I feel there's going to be a gold rush. There is going to be something so exciting that's going to happen that all this abundance is just coming to me. I feel it. Why? Because it's just an inner knowingness. People that grew up with money, they don't think about money. They just know that it's there. Especially like kids of celebrities or kids of parents that were really, really rich. They just expect money. That's manifestation. You just expect these things to happen. I expect to have an amazing relationship. I expect to live in a beautiful home. I expect to drive a nice car. I expect to live in a safe neighborhood. Oftentimes, you'll meet people where bad things always happen to them. Energy, frequency, vibration. Energy out, energy in. Energy out, energy in. I agree, these next 4 years are gold rush years. There's just going to be a lot of change on planet Earth. And things will never go back to the way that they were. But in order to facilitate that, assist with that, it starts with the mindset of each one of us individually, that we just expect that these are going to be great years. All the people that are saying that their rights are going to be taken away and all these things, they're going to have a miserable 4 years. Manifest away. Live your worst fucking life. Go ahead. Nobody can take that away from you. There are some people that you just can't help. But for other people that want to learn this and they want to open their mind to receive, they will. Instagram is glitching today. Or is Instagram glitching here today? So I want to talk about, I'm reading from Open Your Mind to Receive by Catherine Ponder. But I'm going to read this quote that I saw last night on a video on Instagram of Catherine Ponder. And again, I don't hear her name that much when it comes to manifestation, but she had amazing books. But she's just not one of the more widely known people in the manifestation world. And I'm going to read it. The enormous sums of money that are mine by divine right now manifest for me quickly and easily and in peace. I am receiving. I am receiving now. I am receiving all the wealth the universe has for me now. I'm going to pin that quote. Again, this is what Catherine Ponder used to say every day, as many times a day as she could think about it. And she was opening her mind to receive wealth. If you don't feel that you're worthy of money or you feel guilty, that was a thing in my life. When I started to become more successful, I felt guilty for having money, knowing that other people didn't, or knowing that other people weren't making as much money as me. Sometimes that will still happen. And I have to push it out of my head and say, we're all on our own journey. I am receiving now. I am receiving all the wealth the universe has for me now. Abundance is our birthright. The enormous sums of money that are mine by divine right now manifest for me quickly and easily and in peace. Key words. I'm gonna pin this comment so that you can screenshot this and you can use it every day. The enormous sums of money that are mine by divine right now manifest for me quickly and easily and in peace. I am receiving. There's our I am. Our self-concept of our concept of ourself, our self-concept. Manifest those fun bags. What does that mean? The enormous sums of money that are mine by divine right now manifest for me quickly and easily and in peace. I'm going to give you an example of why the in peace part is very important. I told this story many times before. One of my friends was saying that like her friend was manifesting all this money and she wanted to receive millions of dollars and she was just saying, I'm a millionaire or whatever the hell that it is. And she wasn't specific. Manifestation is all about being specific. Like when you're imagining something in your mind, you're very specific about what it is or what it looks like. You're very specific about, like, if you're in your mind and you're fighting with somebody, most of the time it unfolds exactly like that because you see every single detail and you're manifesting that energy, that very specific energy. So why saying that you're manifesting wealth in peace? A person wanted to manifest a lot of money. I don't care how I get it. I just want to manifest money. I just want to manifest money. You don't care. What happened was she inherited money from her parents because they died in a horrible car accident. And then she became a millionaire and she had her money. So we have to be really careful because our words are our wand. I don't care what I have to do to make money. I'm going to be a millionaire. Okay, well now both of your parents are dead and now you're a millionaire. So it says the enormous sums of money that are mine by divine right now manifest for me quickly and easily and in peace. I peacefully accept this money. I'm peacefully attracting this money to me. I am receiving. I am are the two most important words for what comes after them is what shapes your life. I am receiving. I am receiving now. You're putting that manifestation in the now. You're not putting in the future. I will be a millionaire. I am going to be a millionaire. I am going to have wealth. When you put things in the future, what's the future? The future is an hour from now. The future is a month from now. The future is 10 years from now. Our subconscious mind knows now. If you put it in the future, your subconscious is like, well, I don't know. Do you want it in 20 years? Do you want it in like 10 months? Like, do you want it tomorrow? Like, what's up? When do you want this wealth? I am going to be a millionaire. Well, when? All right, well, if you're going to be a millionaire, is 20 years good? I am receiving now. I am so grateful for the abundance that I have. Even if you have $5 in your bank account. Feeling is the secret. Fake it till you make it. What are you doing with that money? In your mind, did you just write a $100,000 check to this amazing charity that saves animals? What are you doing with the money? Get specific. I am receiving now. I am receiving all the wealth the universe has for me now. We ain't playing games. We're doing it now. We don't want future. We don't want I am going to be the most famous artist in the world. I am going to have the most amazing practice. No, we want now. Like, anybody that invested in crypto, I am a multi-millionaire now. You got to feel the energy around that. You got to feel the electricity around that. I send things to my nephew all day. I'm like, Luch, what are you doing with your millions? All day, that's manifesting. You're faking it till you make it. You feel it real. What are we doing with all this money? We have so much money, we don't know what to do with it. That's the mindset of manifesting wealth. Not, oh, I don't know how I'm going to pay for this bill. Oh my God, I have to go to this birthday party. Now I have to give somebody money. Not seeing things leaving, but seeing it coming back tenfold. If you have health, you're already rich. Absolutely, because wealth comes in a million different forms. I have a wealth of love. I have a wealth of joy. I have a wealth of health. I have a wealth of money. Because abundance is my birthright. You think God played it small, creating this? Oh, you know what? I just have a little bit of seeds for like a couple trees. I don't think so. He didn't say, oh, I'm just going to give you, a little bit of blue skies. The rest are going to be black because I don't really have any more of that color. God didn't think in poverty. God didn't think small. So why are you thinking small? Because it's programmed in our subconscious mind. And when we begin to reprogram those apps in our head, delete the app, reprogram another one. By what? Affirmations. Read the affirmation pin there, screenshot it. Say it as many times a day as you could think of it before you go to sleep, as you're falling asleep. Because that's the most impressionable time for your subconscious mind to be impressed upon. The enormous sums of money that are mine by divine right. By divine right is your divine right to be abundant. It's not your divine right to eat shitty food, live in a shitty home, live in a place that's unsafe, live in a car that always breaks down. That is not your divine right. Unless you programmed yourself to believe that you're not worthy of receiving shit that's good for you. Now we're going to Open Your Mind to Receive by Catherine Ponder. Why should you deliberately open your mind to receive? Is this the page that I wanted to read from? Is it? Yes. Because most of us have endured a pinched, narrow existence for no good reason. We have blocked our good from getting through to us in the process. There's nothing divine about a pinched existence. There's nothing divine about a narrow, limited way of life. Do you have a limited mindset? Can some of you guys answer? I feel like I'm talking to myself today. Do you have a limited mindset or a pinched existence where you think small? Do you think small? It proves nothing but the foolishness and ignorance of human beings who actually live in a universe of lavish abundance. Ben, we know you are. Benny says, I'm currently living in my dreams come true. You're awesome. Love your directness and no nonsense way of speaking, explaining things. Thank you. I'm getting more abundant every day. Okay, I'm down. We are listening. Okay, fine. Those who lead a pinched, narrow existence are not expressing their true nature. What is our true nature? Our true nature is what we are programmed to believe that it is. If we grew up in a household where you didn't have the things that you needed because you didn't have the money to get them, things in the house were broken and never got fixed because nobody cared enough to fix them because that costs money. Were you living in a household where your family said, I don't know how you're going to play the sports because we don't have the money to play the sports? Did you grow up in that kind of household or environment where people would constantly talk about saving money all the time and that we have to save money so we can go on this vacation? I've been working for the last 5 years and we can finally go on a vacation. Did you live in a household like that? I lived in a household where shit was crazy. Everything was broken. 3 kids, single mother. So I grew up with a mindset that money did not come easy and you had to work really hard to make money. And again, I always say this, I manifested a career from that mindset, which was that of a professional dancer who made no money. And I knew that if I just worked this amount of days per week, I could make X amount of dollars. The worst type of existence that I could ever have dreamed of living in. That was a pinched existence. Programming from childhood needs rewiring to shift your reality to what you desire. It's reprogramming the subconscious beliefs because it's not on a conscious level. Sometimes it is if you go to the store and you're like, oh my God, I love this shirt. Oh, I just can't afford that right now. That's a conscious thought. But it's coming from the subconscious. It's coming from back there. It's coming from the Wizard of Oz behind the curtain. Saying, you can't have that. And you're like, oh shit, yeah, that's right, I can't have that. If you are saying, oh, if I make like, $50,000 a year, like I'll be happy, I'll be able to pay my bills and then, a little something extra. That's living in a pinched existence. I lived in a pinched existence for most of my life until I started listening to these affirmation tapes, rewiring the subconscious mind tapes, understanding that I'm in control of the amount of wealth that I can accumulate, not somebody else. So then I recreated a world where limitless funds were available. I wasn't making an hourly wage. I wasn't being paid per performance. When you are in that type of pinched existence, you can't open your mind to anything bigger than that because it doesn't exist. If I'm working an hourly wage, I cannot make that abundance that I'm looking for unless I shift out of the reality where I'm only making what I'm making per hour and there's no other money other than that. You can't because it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist in your realm of thinking. All right, if I work like 60 hours this week, I can make like $1,500. When you think from that state of mind, you can never achieve wealth because wealth doesn't exist in your reality of thinking. But if you're in that job that makes an hourly wage and you start to open your mind to receive, you get out of that pinched existence. Maybe another opportunity comes to you that says, we're going to pay you X amount of dollars, and then for every other commission that you, or every other person that you get in here, we're going to give you this amount commission, blah, blah, blah. Then all of a sudden, your whole finances just open up and expand. The only thing that you changed was the way that you think and believe about money and abundance. So wealth is a state of mind. It's a state of being. It's a state of feeling. I have more money than I could ever know what to do with. Enormous sums of money that are mine by divine right now manifest for me quickly and easily and in peace. Notice how important that is. It manifests for me quickly, it manifests for me easily, and in peace. I am receiving now. I am receiving all the wealth the universe has for me. It doesn't get much more clear than that. Screenshot this. Say it to yourself all the time and watch your reality begin to shift. Whenever you think negatively about money, start to read that. Read it over and over and over and over and over and over and over until you can recite that without having to read it. Then you're just saying it. It becomes natural to you. It doesn't feel that foreign anymore. Some people are very uncomfortable with wealth or having money because they don't believe that they should receive it. They don't believe that they're worthy of receiving it. Those who lead a pinched, narrow existence are not expressing their true nature. They're only cheating themselves. The word receive means to accept. Even when someone gives you a compliment, oh my God, you look beautiful today. Like, oh my God, I look a mess. Most people can't even receive a fucking compliment. I've been there. When I want to say something negative back, I just say thank you. The woman the other day when I was at the salon and she said, I was so scared of you when you walked in here. And I said, why? She said, because I recognized your power. And instead of saying like, oh my God, you're crazy or whatever, I just said, thank you. Thank you. Learning to receive, being open to receiving, opening your mind to receive. Psychologists tell us we can have anything we mentally accept, but we must mentally accept it first. A great part of the act of receiving is thus to mentally accept the good we want rather than mentally fighting it. Sometimes good things happen to us and we don't even know how to receive that. We don't know how to accept good things can happen to us. So when they do, we feel really uncomfortable. And that sends a direct message to the universe. Oh, we don't like this. Let's keep our vibration in a state of negativity and shit so that we stay in shit. Where's the other thing that I swear I don't really know. Like, okay, was it this one? I don't know where it is or why I can't find it because I literally just folded this. Let's see. Okay, let's talk about releasing the final step. We self-sabotage, exactly. As a teacher of practical mysticism recently said, students of prosperity need to know when to release the inner work they have done, then relax so that the outer results can come. I am worthy of receiving has to be genuinely felt. If it can't, subconscious programming needs to be released. And most people don't feel worthy of receiving. So that is the work that needs to be done, is that I am worthy. I am worthy of receiving all good things. All good things that are coming to me now, I am so happy and excited to receive them. It's just different language that we're speaking now. We're speaking different language to our own personal genie. So that genie in a bottle in here can make it perform out there. We are literal genies. We could have anything that we truly want and desire. But it's believing that you are worthy to receive it. It's believing that it can happen. Some people will listen to this and just say, oh my God, did you see her crazy live? She's talking crazy again. Because they have no concept, understanding that we create the reality that we're living in. Because they just believe that life happens to them. Life happens through them, us. How does it happen through us? Because it happens through our thoughts and then it comes out into the world projected. We are God. A woman that I met at the salon the other day, she said, I know you're going to think I'm crazy, shit, something like that. I'm crazy for saying that, but we are God. God's not something outside of us, it's something inside of us. I said, do you ever read Neville Goddard? And she said, no. Because that's what he talks about, that we are all gods. We create our reality through God, and God is coming through us, through our consciousness. We are all magic genies. I'll grant you any wish that you want, as long as you believe that you can receive it. So if you're constantly in the state of living in poverty, even if you begin to shift and your reality has not shifted yet, you still imagine that you're in the most beautiful space that you're living in. Manifest all of it, every detail. I always talk about this place, how I manifested. Everybody always asks me about these doors. I manifested the place of where I bought them. There was a place in Texas that had all of these antique shops. It was like a huge lot with every different kind of antique shop. And I was like, oh my God, I was obsessed with this place. And I was like, I wish that they had something like that here. I really need to find a place like that here. It was probably the same day I was driving down the street and it says, I don't know if it's a estate sale, something like that. And so I was like, let me go in the store. So I went in. There were there was about 8 sets of these doors. Somebody that lived in this like giant mansion around here had these doors. Like they were actually sliding, they were actual doors in their home. And I was like, I have to have those doors. Like my sister's house is huge. So I was like, Jen, you have to have these doors. Like they're amazing. Cause I was like, where am I putting them in here? I didn't even think that they were for here. I thought that they were gonna be for my sister, but I'm like, one of us needs to have these doors. Like there's no way I'm leaving without these doors. Not happening. So a week goes by and there was 8 sets of them. So I'm like, I know they're still going to be here. There's only very few people that are going to buy these friggin' doors and put them in their house. And I was burned at the stake in a previous lifetime, so I've been a witch for a long time. And I'm like, those doors are mine. I don't know where they're going. I don't know who's going to have them. So I went back and I was like, she's like, I don't know where I would put them. So I was like, these doors are not leaving our possession. Like, I'm buying the doors. I think they were 2,500 or 3,000 for both doors. And I'd been going in the store and just buying everything every day for this apartment. I have a trunk that I bought there because I was like, I want a trunk and I want a trunk and I want all plants to be overflowing out of it. And I'm looking at it right now. So I was manifesting all these things from the store and I was like, what am I doing with these doors? So I was like, I want these doors. What price can you give me? She gave me both of these doors. Are you ready for this? For $800. So again, that's manifesting. Because I was like, she's going to give me a deal on these doors. I've been buying all kinds of shit in here. She's going to give me a great deal. So the doors that were like 3,000, she said, I'm going to give them both of you for 800. They've been in here a while. Take them. They're already on stands. Like, they delivered them right here. So it's believing that these things can happen very easily and effortlessly. Okay? So anything is possible. Like anything. There's people will ask, well, can I manifest this? Can I manifest that? It's like asking, will the patches do this? Will the patches do that? If you have a stem cell in your body and your body needs repair, it's going to repair it. It doesn't matter what it is. Your brain, your neck, your tooth, your hair, it doesn't matter. So, can I manifest this? Can I manifest that? Everything in our life is a manifestation. If I believe I'm going to find something, I manifested my car in one day. If I believe that it's going to happen easily and effortlessly, it happens. It happens. I'm like, oh, I'm never going to find this. Like, it's going to be impossible to find. You just said it. It is going to be impossible. It ain't going to happen. This isn't the part that I wanted to read in this friggin' book, and I can't find where it is, and it's annoying me. It's annoying me now. I probably read the wrong part first. I did. I read the second part that I was already supposed to read first. With so much obvious financial need in the world today, why is a book about receiving necessary? Most of us might assume that to receive should be a normal process, especially in those economic times when almost everyone needs to receive on some level of life. Yet a psychiatrist to the rich explained, a surprising number of my talented, successful clients still feel unworthy. They feel guilty about having large sums of money. My job is to help them accept their good fortune and to enjoy it. For that service, this therapist receives more than $100 an hour. Now, this book was written a really long time ago. A famous actress recently said, I used to think you had to be poor to be a genuine seeker of truth. Most people in the truther community are broke. Now I know it's just not so. You could be a seeker of truth while looking through the windows of your own jet plane or while enjoying a luxurious hotel suite. During an interview, someone asked her, how could you talk about spiritual values when you're surrounded by so much beauty? She replied, beauty and luxury are a part of God's kingdom, so why not have the best? Do you think God created a world of ugliness because we think that poverty is virtuous? Are you out of your fucking mind? The important thing is that you do not sell your soul for such blessings. Instead, it is through spiritual growth that these blessings can best come to you and permanently remain within you. How can you talk about spiritual values when you're surrounded by so much beauty? She has her own plane. She has beautiful clothing. She has an amazing home. How can you talk about this? Are you high? Do you think an abundant God wants you to come here and be like, you know what? You can't have all these things. I can have them, but you can't. How dare you think that you can have all the things that I can have and create? Well, if you do think that way, you will never have the things that you want and you will always struggle. Sorry to tell you, but that's just the way that it is. I didn't make up the rules. Religion has often equated healing with spirituality. We usually take it for granted that God, as a loving creator, is interested in healing our sick bodies. If so, why wouldn't that same loving creator be just as interested in healing our sick pocketbooks? Healing is the secret. God's blessing can operate in the field of finance just as surely as in that of health. Since God is the source of our supply, true prosperity has a spiritual basis. Think about it. True prosperity has a spiritual basis. Why? Because God is abundant in all things. God doesn't teach us to live a poverty mindset and not have enough money and not have enough love and not have enough happiness. Look around. If God created all this, do you think that he doesn't want you to have all the things that you want or can need to live your fullest life? If you don't have all the things and the tools that you need to live your fullest life, are you living your most expansive self through God? God's not saying, oh, you shouldn't have all that money. You should be poor. I don't think so. Therefore, the financial phase of God's creation is as spiritual as any other. A businesswoman was once despondent over financial conditions. Her affairs continued to be out of order. So she went to the beach and she sat there all day and most of the night. Because God has experienced abundance through you. They keep trying to mute you. Yep. I'm used to it. So during that day on the beach, she realized that the grains of sand are countless on the beaches of the world. Go to the beach. Try and count all the grains of sand. I guarantee you will die from insanity before being able to count even a handful of sand. That night she looked up and realized that the stars in the heavens are also beyond counting. She realized that the fish in the ocean lay so many eggs that if they all hatched, the waters would flood the lowlands. She thought of how leaves on trees continue to multiply year in and year out. She became so aware of the abundance of the universe that she finally said, "Hi, Mama. Gayla in the house. Yes, the universe is lavish, abundant, extravagant, and it's all meant for my use and enjoyment." As she began to feel unified with universal abundance, her thinking changed from limitation to bounty, and her affairs quickly responded to. So when you start to change your mindset, your outside world starts to change too, because it has to. There's not a choice. It's not like, oh, well, you could think that you're abundant on the inside, but on the outside, now you're still going to be poor. You have to give it time to obviously shift and timeline shift. But energetically, it's happening. As soon as you put it in motion, it begins to happen. Unless you keep saying, well, where is it? It's not here yet. Why am I still broke? I'm doing these affirmations. You're so dumb. They don't work. That's a poverty mindset. You're still in a state of lack. Why should we go through life impoverished while living in a universe that is abundant in all things that are meant for us? As my series of books on the millionaires of the Bible has pointed out, the Holy Scriptures are crammed with such promises. So if you're a person that you struggle with this a little bit, especially when religion is tossed into that, look up her book, The Millionaires of the Bible. Abundance is our birthright. So that quote that is pinned there, I'm reading from Open Your Mind to Receive by Catherine Ponder. That quote is by Catherine Ponder. The enormous sums of money that are mine by divine right now manifest for me quickly and easily and in peace. I am receiving now. I am receiving all the wealth the universe has for me. Okay? Women have power with their words. Don't be fooled. We all have power with our words. It's not just women. We all got it. Where is... Damn it. I'm still looking for where this freaking quote was. I don't know where it is. But whatever. Asking for... Feeling is the secret. Asking for any positive healing thoughts. I shattered my collarbone and had surgery yesterday to put in a cadaver bone graft. Any healing thoughts are incredibly appreciated. So we're sending you lots and lots of healing energy. Your affirmation is, I am healed completely in record time. I think you have patches. If you have patches, put a patch on right near the spot. I have healed faster than anyone the doctor has ever seen. Thank you guys for sending healing energy to bean patch seeds. I love it. But I intended this was helpful today. I love you all. Thanks, Krystal. Patches are in and helping. Good. Someone, really quickly, someone had their hip, I don't know if it was hip replacement or some kind of surgery, and they put like multiple patches, all like 5 or 6 X39 or 3 X39 down their leg, and they went to the doctor the next week to get a checkup, and they're like, you have no bruising. Like, what's going on? And then the following time, the person was walking completely fine. The doctor's like, why aren't you using a cane? It was the patches. So keep that in mind. If patches work on fibroids, we have testimonials for that. If there's any imbalance in the body, patches will help to repair that. Fibroids, also look into iodine and fibroids and cysts. A lot of people that are deficient in iodine have issues with cyst formations. Okay, before I leave, wealth and abundance affirmations. Don't put 17 more, you're going to be levitating. My mind is worth millions. Every penny I spend is returned to me tenfold. I get paid to exist. DM me for the patches and I'll give you info on them. I don't work for money. Money works for me. I'm always at the right place at the right time. My name is spoken of amongst the most successful people. I am in alignment with the frequency of generational wealth. Let's go. My wealth compounds exponentially daily. Every day I'm making more money. Every day I am making more money. I am now stepping into the identity of my next level. Take those affirmations with you. Write them down. Say them all day. Love you all. See you on Monday morning. It was like 9 degrees here yesterday. Are you kidding me? Time to go. Love you all. Share this if you want, if it resonates. This book's been staring at me saying, hey, pick me up. Pick me up. Pick me up. It's the Miracle Journal. There's a whole lot of stuff in here that's good. The happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. That's what I will leave you with today. Love you guys. If you ever have questions, just send me a DM.